You're not on my level. I don't need to address you, bro.
Leave it. They're looking for fight.
I don't need to address you, bro. You're not on my level, bro.
As the fight gets closer, Anthony Joshua can't hide his anger after going off on Daniel Dubois during an Instagram live session. Joshua was furious because Dubois claimed he would lose and suggested that Joshua might only win if he bribed the referee and the judges. Dubois' comments made it sound like he's sure of an easy win, making Joshua feel like he's being written off before the fight even happens on September 21st. Both Joshua and Dubois have been training relentlessly for their upcoming fight, pushing their bodies to the absolute limit in preparation for what promises to be a high-stakes, intense battle. Losing is simply not an option, and both men have adopted a no-nonsense approach, understanding that only one of them will emerge victorious. The differences in their training styles reflect the different stages of their careers and the unique strategies they'll bring into the ring. Joshua's approach has been methodical, focused on precision and experience, while Dubois has been raw, driven by the desire to prove himself and to capitalize on his youth and power. Both fighters have been driven by the same goal, to destroy the other and claim victory. But how they've gone about their preparations reveals much about their mindsets and the strategies they're likely to employ on fight night.
Don't get caught by cheese. If you don't hear anything else I tell you tonight, young people, don't get caught up with the cheese. Say what you mean. 1, 2, 3. You gotta protect this house. This is your house.
Yeah, last one. Big drop.
They trained quietly at their respective gyms, keeping things professional, until Dubois decided to stir the pot on the social media. After a hard day's work, Dubois went live on Instagram, throwing taunts without directly naming his target. Let's be real, we all knew exactly who he was talking about, Anthony Joshua. When Joshua saw this, he didn't hold back in his response, firing back with such intensity that it seemed like he was ready to take things to the next level.
Good work. Keep it professional. What? Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to?
Dubois, on the other hand, has effectively gotten under Joshua's skin. His strategy isn't just about intense training, which he knows is crucial. It's also about playing mind games. Constantly taunting Joshua, Dubois aims to rattle his opponent mentally, hoping to throw him off balance when they finally meet in the ring. These psychological tactics are all part of his plan to make the fight as difficult as possible for Joshua. Now, people are criticizing this as an underhanded tactic that has no place in boxing. However, Dubois argues that every method is fair game as long as it doesn't break the official rules of the sport.
Yeah, I did, man. I performed when I needed to and put all the silence everyone for a bit. You know, I need to keep it going and show who the real daddy is.
Just look at the smile on Dubois' face. It's as if he's already won the battle before the real fight even begins. That smile's unsettling, and you can see how it could drive someone like Joshua mad. You can't really blame Joshua for being furious with Dubois. Haven't we all felt that way before? You can't blame me for feeling so mad at Dubois. The guy has been insulting me at every turn, and he does it on social media where everyone can see. It's one thing to have rivalry in the sport, but the disrespect he's shown is crossing the line. I won't take this any further. There's a limit to what I'll tolerate, and Dubois needs to understand that. Let's dive into some predictions for this highly anticipated fight. Former world lightweight champion Anthony Crolla, who has witnessed countless boxing bouts and understands the intricacies of the sport, shares his insights as he reflects on the Olympics and looks forward to the upcoming clash between Anthony Joshua and Daniel Dubois. Crolla recalls the intense training regimens and fierce determination that fighters like Joshua and Dubois exhibited during their amateur careers, particularly during the Olympics. He notes that Joshua's experience as an Olympic gold medalist has given him a level of composure and discipline that is unmatched in the ring. On the other hand, Crolla also acknowledges Dubois' rapid rise in the boxing world. Dubois has been making waves with his impressive knockout record and relentless aggression. Despite being the younger and less experienced fighter, Dubois has shown that he can stand toe-to-toe with seasoned boxers. Crolla points out that Dubois' power and hunger to prove himself make him a dangerous contender. From Crolla's perspective, he remains uncertain whether the fight will end early. However, Drawing from his extensive experience in the ring and countless hours spent observing fighters at the highest level, he confidently predicts that the fight is likely to swing in Joshua's favor. I can't decide whether this fight will be over early or AJ catches up with Dubois late in the fight. It's not a foregone conclusion by any means, but I'm going with AJ to win by stoppage. Anthony Crolla's prediction that the fight will likely go in favor of Anthony Joshua is rooted in a comprehensive understanding of both fighters' skills and strategies. However, Crolla acknowledges that Daniel Dubois possesses a remarkable right hand, a powerful asset that has been a cornerstone of his fighting style. Dubois has demonstrated time and again that he can deliver devastating punches, and this potent weapon has earned him a reputation as a formidable striker in the heavyweight division. Despite recognizing Dubois' impressive power, Crolla's analysis also takes into account the significant challenge Dubois faces when going up against a fighter of Joshua's caliber. Joshua's ability to neutralize opponents, particularly in the early rounds, is a key factor that Crolla considers. Joshua is well known for his exceptional ringcraft and strategic approach, which allows him to exploit openings and impose his will on his opponents from the outset. My worry for Dubois is that AJ has a fantastic right hand, and although Daniel takes a good shot, it's another matter taking that right off Joshua in small gloves. I do not rule out Dubois, though. If he's still there after 4 rounds, then it could become his type of fight, and it's a real toss-up as to who has the heavier hands. Fraser Clark offers a markedly different perspective on the upcoming bout between Anthony Joshua and Daniel Dubois. While Anthony Crolla is leaning towards Joshua, citing his experience and tactical prowess as key factors that might secure him the win, Clark presents a contrasting view, focusing on the raw power that Dubois brings into the ring. He argues that if Dubois can land his punches effectively and withstand Joshua's counterattacks, his sheer power could prove to be the decisive factor in the fight. According to Clark, the fight's outcome could hinge on Dubois' ability to harness his strength and impose it upon Joshua. While Joshua is undoubtedly a skilled fighter with a strong track record, Dubois' power is a significant asset that could shift the dynamics of the match. Dubois punches harder than Joshua, no doubt about it. If Joshua wants to win, he'll have to find a way to overcome those overwhelming shots. It's going to be a battle of endurance and strategy, and Joshua will need to figure out how to navigate through that power. If he can find a way out of those punches, he'll come out on top. But that's a big if against someone who hits as hard as Dubois. Ultimately, these are just opinions, and the true outcome will be decided in the ring on September 21st. As we eagerly await this date, who do you think will come out on top? Will it be Anthony Joshua, who has been fueled by recent social media attention, or will Daniel Dubois, despite his youth, prove that his powerful punches can overcome seasoned opponents? Share your thoughts and predictions below.